Guys, it's already week 15 and there are only 2 weeks left before the summer break and before the academy closes for 2 months and a half. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm already missing the academy. It's crazy. I'm definitely not ready. And just now that I'm starting getting back into the drawing flow and the painting flow, I just don't want it to stop for so long. But no worries, I'll keep doing videos, I'll keep practicing. As I was telling you, I'm making a whole program for myself for this summer, so I'll keep telling you about my progress and how I'm organizing my summer. Monday, drawing day, and I will never be tired of repeating it. Monday is my favorite day of the week, so I'm always happy on Monday normally. Today we did 2 interesting things. One was drawing the statue of the head of Napoleon in planes instead of a precise drawing. It was such a useful and interesting exercise. I'm actually surprised I didn't do it earlier because I think it makes you understand so many things about how to look at things, how to draw them, but also how to paint them. I find it super useful. And I've actually tried to draw another statue with the same method, but I didn't manage because it's quite difficult as well. I think I'm more used to see planes in the face, for example, maybe because I see a lot around, also on Instagram and so on. But I'm not used to see it in other parts of the body, for example. So it was a very difficult exercise. I need to practice that because I think it helps a lot to understand both the shadows, but also the volume specifically. It helps you also to draw from imagination, because if you really understand how the figure is created, then you also understand how to move it in the space and you can draw it without having a reference in front of you. The second interesting thing was drawing a model and a long pose on a toned paper. Do you remember that I was talking about the toned paper last week? Well, we used it again this week. That allowed me to use not only graphite pencil but also white chalk. So that was quite interesting. I'm not sure I fully understood it. I think I still need to practice a little bit because I think that the potential for a good result is high. I'm not talking about me specifically, but I just like the way kind of drawing look with highlights, drawing in white chalk and then graphite and then using the mid-tone of the paper. I really want to learn doing that and I really enjoyed the exercise. We are doing many new interesting things. It's giving me so many ideas for this summer. I need to put priorities on myself because I need to rest as well. I really enjoyed today and I'll see you tomorrow. Tuesday, drawing day, and today there was a good day. Like, it was very usual. We drew the model, and when the model wasn't there, I actually started to draw a cast. So I worked on it for a couple of hours. I decided to stop working on it when it looked quite ended. That's the result. I want to focus more on working on casts quite long because I find it very useful and it helps me to understand how to approach longer poses, let's say, longer drawings. So this is something I definitely want to do more. Also today we did not have anatomy, so after class I ran back home, I got ready and I went to an event led by Andrea Dusio, the person who took us to the Caravaggio exhibition and who invited us to the event. He was presenting the event and the event was about the artist Tarik Berber, who was exposing his works. It was amazing. The talk was very interesting because Tarik told us a little bit about his path, about his artistic journey, about what he's doing now, how he's working, and so on. We looked at his work and it's actually so beautiful. It's beautiful already if you look at it on Instagram, for example, but in real life, it's really amazing. So congratulations to him for that. I was really happy to go to such an event because it was my first time. I really loved it. I loved socializing with artists and seeing the journey of successful artists. So it's very interesting to see what's on the contemporary art scene. I really want to participate to this kind of events more. Wednesday, painting day, and today was a really profuse day, I must say. This morning we had the model because we are in the last weeks of the month, so we always have the model in the last 2 weeks of the month. I worked on a new grisaille of the model. I must say I have been quite quick with that. Just when I thought that I did well, I went to look at other students' work and they were amazing. So that was reality check on how many things I still have to learn. Humbling experience, basically. You know, teachers always tell told me that I need to be more brave in what I do in art. So more brave with my lines, more brave with the color, more brave with the whites. So today, for example, in the grisaille that I did, I was missing some white and they were like, why are you scared of putting white? I don't know. I think I am a brave person in life in general. I mean, I started an art academy at 30. What's more brave than this? Today, since I finished the grisaille in a timely manner, I started drawing the model. Since the pose usually during painting is a 3 hours pose, that was easier to draw because it took my time, and in fact the drawing came out quite good, I think. What do you think? I was quite happy with that. You know, I would love to do longer poses more, so I was really happy with the day. Thursday, painting day, and this morning was so frustrating, oh my god. When I arrived, the teacher told me that I should have painted a portrait, and I was actually really happy because I've never painted a portrait so far. I was really excited. You know that I like drawing portraits, at least the times that when we practice really quickly. I was super excited to do that, but the initial drawing was not coming out. It didn't look like the model. I didn't get some facial features, and it was really difficult. I spent the whole morning drawing and also part of the afternoon, and then I decided to start painting. The result was awful, honestly, but I want to keep working on it because I think that I understood some important concepts today, both about portrait drawing and also about color mixing and painting. So today was actually a positive day and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed painting because I unblocked some things that were important, I think. Let's see if I still remember something next week, but I'm really satisfied with the day, despite I'm not satisfied overall with the result, but that's fine. It was an exercise. I'm at the academy because of it. I keep reminding myself. Final thoughts on the week. I'm becoming a bit nostalgic because there were many people who started saying goodbye for this semester because maybe they can't come next week, and I'm really starting feeling the end of the academy for the semester. So it was a bit emotional already, but I was also super pumped because in drawing I had some really positive drawings, some good satisfactions, and then in painting yesterday I managed to do quite a solid grisaille, although I still need to work on the volumes that I give to the figure. Well, today, even though I'm not satisfied with the result, as I was saying, I unblocked some things that were important. I would say overall a really positive week. Also, you know, one of my teachers often says, you are like a sponge. And that's so true because I feel that every week I absorb so much, I learn so much, so many new things that I will surely miss this feeling for the summer. But we'll talk about it next week. And for now, if you like the video, don't forget to like it and leave a comment. And I'll see you next week for the last week of the academy for the semester. But don't forget, I'm gonna keep doing videos for the summer. So I'll see you next week. Bye!